year that has gone by and look at the year ahead. Q4 came in at up 0.7% on reported and flat on constant currency, which is weaker than we had expected. But we had several signs of strong performance on margin. We did good at 24.7%, as well as on revenue per employee. The company grew by 2%. For the first time, we had a significant outpacing of the revenue with the number of employee additions. 3.3%, we achieved this growth with 3.3% employee net employee addition, which means that our revenue per employee, revenue per FTE went up by 2% over the year. The utilization at 81.7 is at a high of many years, I think 10 years, Ranga.
Q4 utilization is...
Q4 utilization is at 81.7, and on
82.
Top account growth, we did well, top 25, top 10, top 5. As well as large deals, we did more than 800, although the mix on large deals is something that we want to focus more on to make sure that there is more of new large deals in there. But we did just above 800 million in.
चलिए, तो अभी तो नतीजे बताते हुए विशाल सिक्का साहब, और ऑब्वियसली डॉलर रेवेन्यू 0.7% की बढ़ोतरी दर्ज हुई, लेकिन एबिट मार्जिन में 24.6% यहाँ पर आंकड़ा जो है वो दर्ज किया। Q4 एट्रिशन 13.5% का है, लेकिन ये जो गाइडेंस जारी किया FY18 में वो भी कांस्टेंट करेंसी टर्म्स में वो एक ड्रैग है, क्योंकि 6.5 से 8.5 और बाजार ये एक्सपेक्ट नहीं कर रहा था कि इतने परसेंटेज टर्म्स में कांस्टेंट करेंसी गाइडेंस दी जाएगी। हाईलाइट पॉइंट्स ये थे कि 14.75 रुपए प्रति शेयर का अंतरिम डिविडेंड की अनाउंसमेंट की गई।
More than doubling quarter on quarter. Now it is the fourth quarter of Mana. If we include Edge into that mix, it is a growth of 42% year on year. So we are quite happy about that. As well as our new services, many of our new services in the digital areas, in Internet of Things, cyber security, etc. Some of these new renewed services areas has been growing significantly, and starting next quarter we'll start to call these out separately and report on these. The employee attrition continued to improve, 13.5% or so. Especially the top performer attrition has continued to be in single digits, which is something that we are quite proud of. And we have rolled out our RSU plan and generally a creation of an entrepreneurial spirit inside the company, because I believe that is absolutely vital to the future that is ahead of us. So overall, several great strides forward along the execution of our strategy. And as I look at the time that is ahead of us, it is very clear that when I look at the overall performance of Infosys right now, roughly 65% of our workforce produces about 55% of our revenue. That is where there is a commoditization, where there is a strong need to bring automation and productivity improvements, and about 35% of our workforce, which produces 45% of our revenue at a much higher RPE in the new innovative areas. We have to double down on these areas. And so the imperative overall is as clear as it can be, that we have to bring automation and AI into everything that we do in our work to improve the productivity, to bring innovation, to bring process transformation. And then with that improved productivity, we have to become more innovative. We have to become problem finders. The advances in AI in our lifetimes will get to a point where more and more of the problem solving will be done mechanically. Things that we can articulate mechanically will be done automatically. Therefore, the human frontier is problem finding. And that is why a culture of education, of bringing design thinking into everything that we do, working closely with customers on their most important strategic areas, strategic problems that they see, is something that is crucial for us. So we are continuing to focus on that. And as I look at the year ahead, I see more of that, more of automation, more of innovation fueled by education. Praveen?
Hi, gentlemen. I think the audio is on.
Hi, gentlemen. Kritika Saxena from CNBC TV 18. My first question to Vishal. As far as the guidance is concerned, Vishal, analysts were expecting a slightly higher guidance, 6.5 to 8.5%. Is this a conservative estimate? Can you increase this further? I know you said that there are unexpected execution challenges. If you can specify on what the challenges have been, which will continue. To Ranga, 13,000 crore rupees capital allocation you have already pointed out to be paid out to shareholders. Can you give us a sense on the exact timeline across FY18? When can we expect the board to take it up? Will it be in a staggered form or in one shot? And to Mr. Praveen Rao, very quick question as far as the appointment of Ravi Venkatesan is concerned. Is this after the external consultations and conversation and recommendations of the founders? Thank you.
On the 6.5 to 8.5 guidance, this is what we see right now. It is a challenging environment out there that we see with what is going on in the world around us. It is, and also of course the Q4 performance has an impact on how we see the evolution of the year. So we were also expecting higher numbers there, but given Q4, this is what we are seeing presently. When I talk about challenges, there is the environment that we are working in with the increasing digitization, increasing commoditization of many of the services, and a strong need to bring automation and strong need to transform away from a people-only model towards bringing more and more software into the services that we bring and to get into the more advanced and innovative services with our clients. So that environment, that need for overall transformation continues to be a very strong one that is driving what we do. And then beyond that, of course, the geopolitical things that have been going on, the visa atmosphere and so forth, those are things that we have to focus on. And then, of course, other, distractions that we have had to deal with over the course of the year and especially in the last quarter. So this is what I was referring to. But I think given all of that, our performance is something in many key areas that I'm really proud of. Our core business has grown well. Our customer satisfaction has been the highest it has been since we started measuring it over the last 12 years. The analyst reports around our core offerings, our new offerings on Mana, on Scava and Edge, put us at the best in the world. And there are strong customer testimonials which we have in our press release that went out today. So overall, I am quite proud of the results that the team has achieved.
On Ravi Venkatesan, it was based on the recommendation by the Nomination and Remuneration Committee. Beyond that, it's a board matter.
Hi. So before I address that point, looking at fiscal 2017, there are two key outcomes of fiscal 2017. One is we have held the operating margin steady at 24.7%. If you recollect, we had indicated that our band is 24 to 25. We are at the higher end of the operating margin guidance that we had given. Despite the lower revenue trajectory during the year, cross-currency and the pricing challenges and so on and so forth, it was only possible because we had a laser-sharp focus on the operational efficiency that Vishal talked about, whether it is utilization or on-site employee cost as a percentage of revenue, subcon cost as a percentage of revenue, and so on, which helped us to hold the margin steady despite. That's one key outcome. The second key outcome is on very strong cash generation. I'm very happy to report that for the fiscal 2017, cash from operation activities crossed $2 billion for the first time, and that's the highest. I think we focused on the efficiencies, holding the margin steady at the higher end of the guidance that we had given through several measures, and that also resulted in a very strong cash generation. These are two principal outcomes other than the points that Vishal talked about on the per capita revenue. Coming to capital allocation policy, I think the board's objective was to address three key aspects. One expectation is clearly investors want some amount of predictability of out of the future cash, how much are you likely to return? How much will be returned to the shareholders? I think the first part of our capital allocation cash flow, that is one part. The second part of the capital allocation policy is also that out of the cash that we have as on balance sheet today, close to $6 billion, how much
चलिए, तो कैश एलोकेशन जो है वो एक मुख्य मुद्दा है। इस बार तो कंपनी ने जो एलोकेशन की है वो है 200 करोड़ यूएस डॉलर्स की, जो एक दशक में सबसे ज़्यादा है एज डिविडेंड पे आउट्स एंड बायबैक जो कंपनी यूज़ करेगी। फिलहाल 38,770 करोड़ रुपए की नकदी है, जिसमें से 13,000 करोड़ का कैश एलोकेशन जो है वो पे आउट्स के तौर पर इस्तेमाल किया जाएगा। इंपॉर्टेंट ये भी है कि ऑटोमेशन पे खासा जोर रहेगा कंपनी का। कस्टमर सेटिस्फैक्शन लेवल हाईएस्ट लेवल पे है, विशाल सिक्का साहब ने ये कहा। एग्जीक्यूशन फ्रंट पे हो सकता है कि कुछ चैलेंजेस कंपनी को फेस करने को मिले, और FY18 आई ग्रोथ गाइडेंस CC टर्म्स में यानी कि कांस्टेंट करेंसी टर्म्स में 6.5% से 8% कंपनी ने रख दी है। इन लाइन विद एस्टिमेट्स नतीजे हैं, लेकिन जिन भी जानकारों से हमने सुबह से बातचीत की है उन्होंने विजिबिलिटी फ्रंट पे यानी कि गोइंग फॉरवर्ड अब EPS ग्रोथ फ्रंट पे चिंता जताई है। यही मानना है कि एक रेंज में ये कंपनी जो है इसका स्टॉक फंसता हुआ नजर आएगा। कांस्टेंट पे आउट्स जो है वो आप एक्सपेक्ट कर सकते हैं इन्फोसिस से, लेकिन कोई बहुत बड़ा मूव इन्फोसिस नहीं देगा। मूव तब मिल सकता है जब बायबैक की घोषणा हो, और उसका एक जो मूव मिलेगा वो भी ट्रेडर्स और इन्वेस्टर्स यूज करेंगे एग्जिट करने के लिए। लेकिन एडवांटेज डिविडेंड्स पे डेफिनेटली यहाँ पर आपको मिलता रहेगा इस पर्टिकुलर स्टॉक से। एक स्ट्रीम ऑफ रेवेन्यूज एज डिविडेंड्स आप एक्सपेक्ट कर सकते हैं। फिर से चलते हैं प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस में।
Indicative of the mood on campus. But Vishal, there is some disappointment, in the tone of your commentary. I think people would have expected more optimism, more clarity on the demand trajectory. Even on the guidance, considering Infosys has missed guidance for last 3 times in the last fiscal year, have you factored in that cushion in this guidance that you've given? And going by this guidance, is it safe to say that the 2020 targets that you've set out are more of moonshots now and, not something that's realistic? Because, the 2 billion capital allocation plan also reduces the cushion you have to, grow inorganically. That's for you. Praveen, if you can give us a sense of the different verticals, because how BFSI and consulting is doing will be key to gauge demand going forward. You had highlighted some pressure in retail and telecom in a recent interaction with analysts. Ranga, just want to understand the new margin band that you've given, 23 to 25%. Does this factor in the appreciation of the rupee, and is there a risk of an EPS decline as far as FY18 is concerned? Thank you so much.
So moonshots, it's a great word. I love moonshots. What good is an aspirational goal if it is not a moonshot? And so yes, it is. It was always a moonshot, and it continues to be a moonshot. Of course, with these numbers that we have, it becomes steeper to get there. But the main point, and as I've always said, it's an aspiration. The main point is the way it frames financially the aspiration that we need to get to, which is 20 billion. So to double our revenue, meaning achieving strong revenue growth purposefully without compromising on margins. As Ranga said, we had strong margin performance this year. Indeed, not only not compromising on margins, but improving the margins to 30%. And improving the revenue per employee, which is the ultimate measure of are we outpacing the commoditization that is happening in our industry through the use of automation, and are we elevating ourselves to do the innovation, which is measured ultimately in revenue per employee, and it's to get it to 80,000. So that 20, 30, 80 continues to be the frame that will go after. Whether it happens on 2020 or some years down the road, that's a different matter. In terms of guidance, yes, of course, you learn from the past. That is the whole point of being a learning company and being people who learn continually across our lives. But as I have always said, we give our guidance based on minimizing the asymmetry of information between what we see and what outside of the world sees, and we continue to focus on that. One of the analysts had referred to it as saying it like you see it, and that's what we are doing. And obviously you learn from what has happened in the last several quarters.
हमेशा से एक कंजर्वेटिव गाइडेंस देती है कंपनी, ऐसा कहना विशाल सिक्का साहब का। FY18 EBIT मार्जिन गाइडेंस 23 से 25% की रेंज पे दी गई है। स्टॉक प्राइस 2.5% नीचे है आज। ओवरऑल आज सेंटीमेंट वीक हुआ। नतीजे बाजार प्रॉफिट फ्रंट पे तो ठीक, लेकिन ये गाइडेंस पिक्चर जो आ गई इसने कहीं ना कहीं डिसअपॉइंटमेंट इस समय स्टॉक प्राइस पे पैदा कर दी है। 946 947 के लेवल पे इन्फोसिस कामकाज कर रहा है, लेकिन ब्रॉडर मार्केट्स पे क्या हो रहा है उसको भी ट्रैक कर लेते हैं। फिलहाल निफ्टी एक रेंज में फंसा हुआ है 9187। इंपॉर्टेंट ये था कि आज की क्लोजिंग जो है वो 9160 के लेवल के नीचे नहीं होनी चाहिए, क्योंकि ये लेवल बार बार अटेम्प्ट कर रहा है निफ्टी और इसके ऊपर सस्टेन कर रहा है। आज 9186 के लेवल पे तो है, लेकिन एक बार बैंकिंग स्टॉक्स देख लेते हैं फटाफट से। बैंक ऑफ बड़ौदा, इस स्टॉक में एक्शन स्ट्रांग है, निफ्टी को इसने संभाला। नॉन निफ्टी कैटेगरी में बैंक ऑफ इंडिया, साथ ही साथ इंडियन बैंक, ये कुछ बैंक ऑफ इंडिया माफ कीजिएगा, ये कुछ ऐसे स्टॉक्स हैं। बैंक ऑफ बड़ौदा, पीएनबी, यानी कि जो सरकारी खेमा है वहां पर आज के सत्र में ज्यादा खरीदारी देखने को मिल रही है। तो पीएसयू बैंकिंग स्टॉक्स आज एक्शन में हैं। आशीष केलकर साहब मेरे साथ मौजूद हैं। आशीष, शुक्रिया अपने समय जी बिजनेस को देने के लिए। सबसे पहले मार्केट्स पे अप्रोच बताएं सर, इस बार क्या इंपॉर्टेंट सपोर्ट लेवल मानते हैं आज की वीकली क्लोज के हिसाब से, और नेक्स्ट वीक की शुरुआत क्या फिर से हम 9200 के लेवल के ऊपर समझें सर?
डेफिनेटली अगर हम चार्ट देखते हैं और आज का मूवमेंट देखते हैं तो मैं मानता हूं कि 9160 नीचे की तरफ का लेवल है और ऊपर की तरफ 9250 कि इसके बीच में अगर हम निफ्टी को आज क्लोज होते हुए देखते हैं तो मैं मानता हूं कि ये जो साइडवेज या कंसोलिडेशन फेज है वो जारी रहेगा। बुलिश मोमेंटम तभी आएगा जब निफ्टी को हम 9250 9270 के ऊपर निकलते हुए देखेंगे, तभी बुलिश मोमेंटम मार्केट में वापस आता हुआ नजर आएगा। इसीलिए इंडेक्स में ज्यादा ट्रेड करने की बजाय स्टॉक स्पेसिफिक एक्शन पे ध्यान देना चाहिए, ऐसा मेरी सलाह है।
आयोल केमिकल्स 10% के अपर फ्रीज पे खड़ा हो गया और यहाँ पर खबर ये थी कि हंगरी से प्रोडक्ट के लिए सर्टिफिकेट मिला है इस कंपनी को। स्टॉक पे आज एक्शन 10% ऊपरी स्तर पर, यहाँ पर फ्रीज है। मैस्टेक्स 2 गुना से ज्यादा वॉल्यूम के बीच में खरीदारी हो रही है। आईटी स्टॉक्स में आज कंप्लीटली आउट परफॉर्मर है, निचले स्तरों से खरीदारी बढ़ी जिसको 6.5% ऊपर ले गई। आज का टुडेस ट्रेड है शिवम ऑटो, इसमें खरीदारी देखने को मिल रही है। एक्सप्लोरेशन कंपनियां जैसे कि सलान एक्सप्लोरेशन, हिंद ऑयल एक्सप्लोरेशन, यहां पर आज के ट्रेड में काफी स्ट्रांगली तेजी देखने को मिली और ऑफशोर कंपनियों में भी आज तेजी है। साथ साथ पेट्रोकेमिकल स्टॉक्स में सुप्रीम पेट्रो, तमिलनाडु पेट्रो जैसे स्टॉक्स आज एक्शन में, जीपी पेट्रो जैसे स्टॉक्स में आज तेजी देखने को मिल रहा है। आशीष जी, आपकी सलाह, कोई 2 स्टॉक्स जहां पर आज तेजी बन सकती है या फिर शॉर्ट टर्म में?
उसमें से पहला स्टॉक जो मैंने पहले कहा था कि वो उत्तम शुगर करके है। उत्तम शुगर एक ऐसा स्टॉक है जिसने एक अच्छे पैटर्न को ब्रेकआउट दिया है, तो मैं मानता हूं कि उत्तम शुगर एक यहाँ पे हम खरीदारी करके चल सकते हैं। अभी फिलहाल करीबन 1.5% ये स्टॉक ऊपर ट्रेड कर रहा है। 114 रुपए के लेवल पे ये स्टॉक है। मैं मानता हूँ कि 109 रुपए का यहाँ पे स्टॉप लॉस लगाना चाहिए और अगले 3-4 ट्रेडिंग सेशन में हम इस स्टॉक को 121 122 के लेवल पे देख सकते हैं। फिलहाल मैं अभी एक ही स्टॉक ही रिकमेंड करना चाहूँगा।
चलिए, बहुत शुक्रिया सर आपका मेरे साथ जुड़ने के लिए। मार्केट्स पे एक्शन काउंटर स्पेसिफिक है। ट्रांसफॉर्मर कंपनियां भी आज के सत्र में आउट परफॉर्म कर रही हैं।